Hello, welcome back, Steve's Retirement Corner. Don't fix what ain't broke. First off, hey man, I ain't got no idea what I'm talking about. It's just the way I see things, you know. For some reason, you get a YouTube channel, people tend to think you know what you're talking about. Or everybody else on here might, but Steve don't. It's just the way I see things. I'm guessing. But don't fix what ain't broke. Man, I gotta be honest with you. Here lately, the past 2-3 weeks, I've been thinking about going from a 60-40 portfolio down to a 50-50 or even a 40-60. I've been thinking about going a little bit more conservative in the way I'm set up. And therefore, I checked my 401, because that's what I'm pulling out of. I ain't pulling out from anywhere else. I ain't getting money from nowhere else to live on with my 401, and it's set up for about a 60-40%, give or take, 1 or 2%, stocks to bonds and cash. And I got to thinking that, hey man, the reason I'm set up that way is because I wanted to have a certain number of years of withdrawals covered that was out of the market. I set up sort of like a bucket system inside my 401. When I make my withdrawals, if the market's down, I can pull out the cash side of it. If it's up, I can sell some stocks and pull out the stock side, because you ain't lost anything really until you sell. And when the market's down, you don't want to sell when the market's down, if you can avoid it. And that's the reason I set it up the way I did. And it is, nothing's changed on that fact for me. I still got a certain number of years of withdrawals in there that I want to have. And I got the rest of my money in the market trying to make a few bucks for me. So there's no reason for me to go more conservative. And I'll tell you, we got the UAW just went on strike. They're talking about a government shutdown. The holiday season is around the corner when companies want to try to get back into black. Got election coming next year. Price of oil's going back up. I'll be honest with you, man. Interest rates are going to go up, keep going up, looks like. It's a spooky time to be retired and living off of your money and not getting a paycheck. It is. But I realize the way I got it set up, there's nothing broke with the way with my plan yet. That really makes me go a little bit more conservative. That 2-bucket system should work. I guess we'll find out if things turn bad. I don't know whether they will or not. But it looks like we've got a lot of headwinds against us right now. And it looks like things might turn south next year. I don't know. I ain't got no idea. But it looks like it. And it's time for me to just go ahead and trust the system and roll with it, I'll tell you another thing. I used to work in a chemical plant before I retired. They made a powder, and they made a liquid form also. And it goes in just about everything you can think of. Toothpaste, goes in paint, goes in medicine. They make a liquid film out of it, goes on in front of TV screens. And it's what makes your magazines glossy. It's a coating they put on that paper there to make it shiny like that. About everything you can think of. A buddy of mine from work, he called me up about a week ago. Now, before I left, he had we got 4 business units there, make 4 different types of material. Actually 5, but one of them is real small unit. And two of them 4 were sold out when I left. They had sold more product than they could actually make in a year. And the other 2 weren't doing all that good, but they weren't bad. they were slow. But he told me that all four sections, all four divisions were, none of them were sold out, and they were all running at a reduced rate now. So it's you know, that tells me the economy might be getting ready to take a downturn, because we sold all over the world. It goes in oil wells, it goes all over the place, man. And it I mean, for all them different types, I mean, you got food, you got food and drug, you got manufacturing, you got health and beauty aids, it goes in all kinds of stuff. For all them different types of companies to be cutting back on what they're purchasing from us, tells me that the economy ain't looking good nowhere, all over the world. Now, I don't know, man. Like I said before, I ain't got no daggone idea. But things aren't looking good. And so, I took a look at it. But like I said, the way I'm set up, it should work. If it goes south, we'll find out real quick. I can tell you that. It just depends on whether I got enough nerve to stay with the plan. The plan is not broke. It should hold. It's doing fine right now, but we'll see. I mean, the market's down something outrageous today, like 1% or over 1%. So, I don't know. But I don't consider my financial plan and retirement broken yet. It might get tested here right quick, though. And then we'll see. Hey, man, if I have to change, I will. But right at the moment, there's nothing. There's no reason for me to change what I'm doing. I don't know. Well, y'all take care of yourselves. Enjoy your weekend the best you can. And we'll talk with y'all later.